Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the latest chapter review for Akatsuki no Yona, also known as, and say it with me, Yona of the Dawn! Yona of the Dawn, chapter 213, and what a fantastic chapter it was. Can you guys not agree with me? Can you not tell the hype in this 6.5 out of 10 face of mine? Like, seriously, like, I am hype as hell for this chapter. It was great. It was seriously great. No flaws. Don't see a single flaw, because everything that we thought sort of would happen did happen, and anything that we weren't expecting, did happen, but in a good way. Like, there was no unexpected, like, shit, I don't really like that, or, oh, damn, that's not exactly what I wanted from this chapter. But no. What we got here was a fantastic chapter, because what we got, I've been rewatching MASH lately. For those of you who don't know, the best watched television show of all time. But MASH was all about the Korean War, and here we're sort of seeing the fatigue. And I watched a lot of episodes about the fatigue of the units, of people actually in war. And I feel like the mangaka who is currently like making Akatsuki no Yona and drawing and writing Akatsuki no Yona has somewhat has been taking, maybe not MASH of course, but like has been reading up what it's like to be in war, what it's like to be in constant battle, because these are the important things. Right now what they're talking about, it's not just on the battlefield and stamina, it's about fatigue. It's about supplies. It's about having a sleep schedule. Like, these things matter. And if you have, like, morale means something. Like, surface level, it's all about strength, stamina, and morale, right? That's surface level war. But war means frostbite. War means no food. War means no sleep. War means you're going 48 hours straight because you need to survive, because you need to live. And this is what Hawk right now is representing. So I have a deep appreciation for the direction of Hawk's character. A lot of you were worried in my last review and the review before that. A lot of you were saying, like, I really don't want Hawk to fall. I really don't want Hawk to fall. But literally, it's not about Hawk falling. They're representing what war is actually like in just a small way. Like, once again, none of us can fathom what it's like to be in the trenches. None of us can do it unless we've been in the trenches. So, but here we're getting a small taste of it, and it's more realistic than a lot of manga that I have read. It's not glamorous. It's not exciting. It's not action-packed. It's just the reality. And we're seeing that right here in the first, 4, 5, 7 pages of Hawk going through his things, and everyone's like, Hawk, you're cut all over, and like he's just exhausted. He's just like, the repeated battles, it's never ending, it's endless, and of course they're besieging them with different flanking units and stuff, so reinforcements can't get in, and there's all about the food shortage and the medical supplies, and like they can't get anything through, and they're starving them out. And the ironic thing here, well, it's not ironic, but the great thing here is that they've stopped referring to him as Skytribe. They keep calling him Hawk. Like, nobody has called him the Thunder Beast, because they know he's going to, go like this, but they've called him Hawk. They don't call him Skytribe, they don't call him Recruit, they don't call him General. They just call him Hawk so that they can get a response out of him. Have you noticed the change in terminology from the last couple of chapters? The Earth Tribe soldiers now are looking to him to lead. And you know what? When Gwen Tai gets his ass up, he's going to be like, good job. Like, I seriously, a great moment, and once again, this is fanfare, but a great moment that I'm waiting for is that when Hawk finally falls, Gwen Tai and catches him. Because remember, Yona in this chapter, we'll get to it, but there's something to be said here that Gwen Tai might get better. Everybody's saying, like, oh my god, maybe he's down and out, but I have this feeling that there's going to be the heroic entrance, and Gwen Tai is just going to be like, ching. It's like, thanks for taking care of my tribe. Let me take over for now. You deserve your rest sort of idea. I can feel that because Gwen-tai is every bit a warrior as Hawk is. Hawk, of course, is probably stronger in a 1v1 as we saw when he was a kid. And Gwen-tai, of course, probably got better, but so did Hawk. So at the end of the day, we need our like that whole the Bonnie Tyler song, holding up for a hero. I think that Hawk needs his hero. And you could argue that it's in this chapter, but I'm not entirely convinced. I think there is going to be the heroic entrance, and we'll get to that. So, because Hawk even realizes right away that they're starving them out, and it's an absolute nightmare. Nobody wants to be involved. We see the general the general with no eyebrows once again, who's all about everything beauty. He's like, well, I don't have the proper charisma and blah blah blah, but I can be very I can try to morale boost my troops as best I can in my most nicest words. Like, he's very good with his words sort of idea, right? It reminds me of a number of characters, but either way, not necessarily like an evil character or a bad character, just that type of character. So the enemy comes once again. Everyone's just going like, Hawk, you can't do this. And he says, go to the river. And he's telling, I'm imagining Gandalf. Fly, you fools. And that's what I'm getting from this moment. I'm getting this great moment from Hawk where he's just like, go that way. Go to the river. Any man who does not want to fight, I'm not going to tell you to fight. I'm not a general. Like, this was the time. He doesn't actually say that verbatim, but he should have said, I am not your leader. I am not your general. So I can't tell you to fight or flee. But this is the direction of the river. People are coming. Yada, yada, yada. I think this was a moment that they missed. Personally, if I had to take something away from the chapter, is that they've been following Hawk for how many days? And the fact of the matter is that Hawk is now the general of this entire thing. But nobody has called him that, nobody's acknowledged that, and I think it would be up to Hawk to acknowledge, I'm not your leader, I'm not your general, I'm not your commander. Go do what you want. I'm not going to ask you of anything because I am not the general. It would have been a great moment for the Earth Tribe to go, listen, you want to deny you're the Thunder Beast, that's fine, but you are the Thunder Beast. We rally behind you, and there could have been this morale boost moment. Not that this chapter is bad in any way, shape, or form, but I think there was a missed opportunity for the Earth Tribe because we know we have the Fire Tribe on our side. We know we have the Water Tribe on our side. We know, well, the Wind Tribe is just obvious. And now he's been slowly convincing the Sky Tribe. All that's really left is the Earth Tribe. With Gwen-tai down, Hawk is the natural one they'll look to. And this was a moment for him to be acknowledged. So now that Yona and the Happy Hungry Bunch gang are all acknowledged across all tribes, officially. Not that they are not acknowledged by the Earth Tribe today, but I mean from a military standpoint, right? So there is that, but either way, Hawk rides off on a horse, and he's just completely like, he thinks, he's got this Zorro mentality. He's got this, if I can't defend this one village, if I can't turn the tide, even by myself, blah, 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 then I can't protect anything. He thinks if he fails here, he'll fail everywhere in his life. So he's putting everything on the line. He is doing everything right now, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks, halfway through the chapter, there's this panel, there's this page where he just, with the halberd, with the bicento, with the friggin', and it's just like, he's just dangerous as fuck. And the general, there's a double page, and the general with no eyebrows from East Kai is just looking on and goes, or South Kai, sorry, and just looks on and goes, who the fuck was that? Who the fuck just made that Conqueror's hockey happen? Like, there's an Emperor's ring, there's Conqueror's hockey, there's everything from everyone. There's a Super Saiyan aura going on, and I need to know where the fuck it came from. And he is just completely beside himself, and the troops are like, well, that's the new recruit person we've been talking about. He's like, no, say it again. They literally do that. He's like, say it again. No. Who's the new recruit? That's the new recruit. No. Who's the new recruit? And it's like, that's the new recruit, General. no, like he won't accept it. He's like, he's covered in blood. He's the most beautiful warrior he's ever seen. So now I think this general, unfortunately, I can see where this is going. He's going to have a fixation with Hawk. This might be the unlikely traitor to the Koka Kingdom side. He's going to believe that this is like the most beautiful warrior of all time. And he's like, sort of like, oh, it doesn't matter what side I'm on. I seek the most, what is beautiful in the world. That kind of tropey character, maybe. So potentially we'll see that. I'm not 100% sure. But I do really love the fact that this general was there to witness Hawk and did have that hull, because I was worried it was going to be more of the case of Hawk was going to go on and there was going to be this clash with this general. And this general is not as good a fighter as Gwentai or Mundok or Hawk, but was going to be able to overpower him due to his wounds. But now he was taken away by his aura. He was taken away by the Super Saiyan Hawk. You know, so I'm just like I'm thrilled by it, and I really like this aspect of it. And overall, the first half of the chapter showcasing war and what war truly means in only one small part, but going deeper than most manga do. Like still only touching a surface layer of it, but delving a little deeper. That's all I'm saying. Either way, the first half of the chapter, amazing. So the second half of the chapter shows that Yon showed up with a bunch of the pirate crew from Awa and all that stuff. They ended up coming upriver, which was a little difficult, but in 2 days, Hawk had already sent word, yada, yada, yada. All, of course, Hawk. He knew what he was doing. The man is a legend. The man is amazing. But there is this slight worry, even though the pirates are there and Hawk seems to have the upper hand and everybody's getting the upper hand. We have food, we have medical supplies, and the pirates come along throwing up their bombs and stuff like that to lend some support until reinforcements get there. We hear that the general says, all right, it's time to conduct the operation. Ooh, ominous tones there. Now, this is where, at the end of the chapter, Soo-won and Yona actually meet up. Kisok says, hey, Yona wants to meet you, Soo-won, and Yona shows up and basically says, like, any news on General Gwentai's position, what's going on with the Earth Tribe, how's the borders, etc. And once again, Yona doesn't know that Hawk's there. So that's all the reports they have. Soo-won is very, abashed, very closed off to this idea of the meeting. So Yona, looks right away at Kisok and said, so you did discuss everything you talked about me, going into battle, being a general, that kind of deal, commander. Yeah, we talked about that, right? And it's Kisok's like, no, you know what, actually, and Soo-won says, yeah, no, I don't see it as necessary and stuff, and Soo-won is being very aloof. He's being very aloof about this, and Yona demands information about the armies, about the Earth Tribe, demands it about everything. And it's really good because Soo-won is very reluctant to give out this information. But then Yona comes up with all the information because she's traveled all across the place. Of course, in earlier chapters, she knows the Earth Tribe, she knows the Fire Tribe, she knows what, she knows it all at this point. So she's like, hey, here's what we can do and blah, blah, blah. And even Soo-won's like, even I didn't know this information, you know what I mean? So now Yona and Soo-won are officially and finally working together as a team here. Even though Soo-won was reluctant to accept Yona, Yona is here. There's not really much more to say about it than that. That really sums it up at the end of the day, is that Yona accepted the idea that maybe she would have to take over in certain days when Soo-won, or certain hours when Soo-won was incapacitated, and Soo-won was reluctant to accept it, and Kisok was the one pushing it, and now Yona has proved herself even to Soo-won, of all people. So that's basically the end of the chapter. What a great chapter, though, because we got Soo-won-Yona interaction. Always a good thing. We got Hawk being, well, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. We got Hawk. Praise be to Hawk. Hawk is amazing. And we also got some reprieve. We got some insights. We got, nothing wrong with this chapter. There was action. There was battle. There was insight. There was breakups. There was a lot of stuff that went down in this chapter. A fantastic chapter, honestly. And now, in the middle of September, not only are we getting some great Netflix releases, we are getting another chapter of Yona. Halfway through September, we will be getting another chapter, apparently being released on September 18th. I'm assuming the transitions will be out around that time. So really great that we're going to have another chapter of Yona, because Yona sometimes goes on monthly, sometimes bi-weekly. I don't know what the regular schedule is anymore for it, but really excited if it does actually come out halfway through September. That'll be really, really exciting. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. It's always very much appreciated. Don't forget to drink responsibly as always, as I always do. And your bandana wearing Griever will be back here with another chapter of Yona of the Dawn. Yona of the Dawn, chapter 214 review will definitely be on my channel, so stay tuned for that. We will see you guys back here next time. Griever signing out. Later, everybody.